Do you seek the gifts more than you seek the giver? Do you seek God's gifts more than you seek the creator of those gifts, the creator of you? Um, because I think it's so easy, even when your heart is in the right place, to say, "Hey, God, I'm really struggling with this. I need a little bit of that joy. Sprinkle a little bit in there. God, I need a little bit of that peace, a little bit of that strength. Like, let's get it moving because this hurts, right?" And it's so easy to think God is capable of doing anything. He's sovereign, right? So he created you. He created time and matter and energy, and all things are possible because God is sovereign over the world. He could spawn a cat in your room right now. He could turn your finger into an octopus tentacle. We have all this crazy multiverse, movies and shows and stuff, and so that's kind of the idea with that God is sovereign over all. He could do anything, but this is the way that it is. This is the way that it plays out. These are the things that are going to be good for you as God speaks to them. But I just think being sat in God's presence rather than seeking the gifts is what matters, right? So if you want the joy and the peace, then you say, "Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Giver." And then those things aren't given because you said that, but rather they're actually found in His presence. So it's not that God's not giving them to you, but that you don't actually want Him and you don't want those things. You want your own way, right? So rather than wanting God's way, which includes the joy and peace of being next to Him, instead you want to do things your way, but with God's joy and peace. I want to do things my way. I want to do things the way that look good to me, in the way that looks pleasing to me, in the way where I define good and evil for myself, but I want the infinite joy and peace that I've experienced in God's presence. And that's not how it works because you have one very limited perspective. Any kind of self-awareness actually comes from having other people. You can't be self-aware by yourself. My pastor loves to say you can't find the solution to the problem or fix the problem on your own because you are the problem. When you're talking about the things that you struggle with and the things that you have a very hard time with, or things you don't see about yourself, you can't resolve those things on your own. You need other people who love you enough to say, "Hey, that's a problem in your life right now," and to say that with love so that you can pursue growth in that area. So people are important most of all, as always, and His presence is most important, as always. But find some people. Who are you listening to? Who is willing to tell you that your hair looks bad, that you have a booger in your nose, right? It's good stuff.